The acronym GDPR is being used in all areas of business, but what exactly does it mean, and does it apply to you? ELEMIS are here to provide a simple breakdown of exactly what GDPR is and how we have adapted our business model to correlate with new GDPR guidelines. On May 25, 2018, the General Data Protection Regulation EU Directive came into force. The directive was enforced by EU law in order to protect the personal data of EU citizens. The UK has adopted GDPR, replacing any prior data protection legislation that was once in place. Non-EU organisations will be subject to the GDPR if they offer goods and services to data subjects in the EU, or they process, store, access or host the personal data of EU residents regardless of the organisation's physical location. Key terms: data controller, the company or person who decides how and why personal data is processed, i.e. ELEMIS Limited. Data processor, the company or person who processes personal data on behalf of the controller, i.e. ELEMIS staff. But what exactly is being protected? The answer? Personal data. Personal data is defined as anything that can be used to directly identify an individual. This may include the individual's name, address, email, telephone, debit or credit card, DOB, nationality or passport, sensitive high-risk data, medical, criminal, children. Every company adopting GDPR must have a privacy statement, which must state who they are, what information they are collecting, and how it is being used and protected. Data subjects have the right to demand access to the data we have in relation to them, ask for it to be corrected and non-relevant information removed, and have the right to ask us to withdraw any specific consent relating to marketing. At ELEMIS, we understand and appreciate the importance of both privacy and security, which is why we have ensured all our data is used fairly, lawfully and transparently. Data is used for specified, explicit and legitimate purposes which are adequate, relevant and limited to what is necessary to the company. Data is not kept any longer than necessary, and appropriate levels of physical and technical security is put in place. Where does ELEMIS collect personal data and how is it used? 1. When a client opens or purchases an account with us online. 2. During recruitment and HR processes such as payroll. 3. When dealing with customers at retail stores and spas and over the phones. How is this data managed securely and how is it used? One of the main changes to Data Protection Act under GDPR is the requirement of consent. New customers must positively opt in to hearing about offers and products. We will always treat personal details with the utmost care and will never sell them to other companies for marketing purposes. At ELEMIS, we take security and privacy in relation to the GDPR guidelines extremely seriously. So if you think there has been a breach, then please report it to compliance@elemis.com.